Did Jungkook just confess his happiness because of Taehyung's secret gift from Paris? What exactly did Taehyung give him? And why did Jungkook smile so tenderly in his latest story? Don't scroll away. The truth behind this emotional exchange will leave you speechless. Like, comment, and subscribe to join the emotional journey of Taehyung and Jungkook's unbreakable bond. Did something extraordinary just happen between Jungkook and Taehyung? The internet is in a frenzy, armies can't stop talking, and hearts everywhere are melting after Jungkook's sudden confession just 10 minutes ago. In his story, which lasted only 30 minutes before disappearing, Jungkook shared a few simple but heart-stirring words that sent the fandom into emotional chaos. "I'm happy. I got a gift." Those few seconds were enough to set the entire BTS world ablaze, and fans immediately connected the dots. That precious gift came straight from Paris, from none other than Kim Taehyung. But what really happened behind the scenes? Why did Jungkook look so genuinely touched, his smile soft, his eyes glimmering as though he were remembering something deeply personal? Was this just a friendly gesture between brothers? Or was there something more? Something that spoke louder than words, something that only Taehyung could convey without saying a single thing. The mystery began earlier this week when Taehyung returned from Paris, where he attended several high-profile fashion events and was hailed as the living work of art by Celine's creative genius, Michael Ryder. Cameras flashed, fans screamed, and the Parisian runway practically bowed at his presence. But what fans didn't see was what Taehyung carried home. A small, elegantly wrapped box that seemed to hold something precious. Armies who caught sight of him at Incheon whispered among themselves, "Was that a gift for Jungkook?" Hours later, Jungkook's story answered that question in the most heartwarming way imaginable. The golden magne, who rarely shows his emotions so openly, looked radiant as he spoke. He didn't reveal the object, but his tone, that soft, shy chuckle, the way his lips curved into a genuine smile, told the whole story. "I'm happy I got a gift," he said quietly, and that was all it took for the fandom to erupt. Comments flooded social media. "It has to be from Taehyung. He just came back from Paris. This is their friendship in its purest form." The question that now lingers is, what exactly was in that mysterious box? A piece of Celine jewelry? A custom scent? A token of friendship from Taehyung's Paris trip that only Jungkook would understand? Fans speculate endlessly, but what remains undeniable is the emotion behind it. For Jungkook to post something like that, even briefly, means it carried real meaning. It wasn't about the gift itself, but the love, the care, and the thought behind it. And if you followed Taehyung and Jungkook over the years, you'll know that their bond runs far deeper than appearances. From their early trainee days to world tours and quiet nights in hotel rooms, these two have shared laughter, silence, and even tears. There's an unspoken comfort between them. That kind of rare, genuine connection that doesn't need grand gestures to be felt. Sometimes it's the smallest things, a gift from Paris, a short story, a shy smile, that speak the loudest. What makes this moment even more emotional is how Taehyung always expresses affection in subtle ways. He doesn't announce it to the world, he doesn't make a spectacle of it, he simply does. Whether it's sending Jungkook coffee during filming, mentioning him softly in interviews, or this time, carrying something special from across the ocean. Taehyung's love is always quiet, but it echoes deeply, and Jungkook, who often hides behind laughter and confidence, revealed something different this time. Something sincere, almost childlike. When he said, "I'm happy," it wasn't just about receiving something. It was about being seen, being remembered. It's as if, in that moment, the noise of fame faded away, and all that remained was friendship. Pure, genuine, and irreplaceable. The world sees BTS as icons, legends, global phenomena. But moments like these remind everyone that beneath the fame, they are just human. Two friends who care for each other, who share simple joy in a small gift. Perhaps that's why this story hit differently. It wasn't about luxury or celebrity. It was about emotion, connection, and gratitude. And the story itself, disappearing in 30 minutes, feels symbolic. Like a fleeting moment between them, private yet shared just enough for the world to feel the warmth. Fans captured screenshots, replayed it, analyzed Jungkook's tone, his smile, the lighting in the room, every tiny detail. Some even pointed out a faint melody in the background, a song Taehyung once recommended. Was that intentional? A quiet nod from Jungkook saying, "I remember you too." Whatever the truth, it's clear that this was no ordinary post. It was a message wrapped in tenderness, a fragment of their story that slipped into the digital world only for those paying close attention. And now it has become the talk of ARMY communities worldwide. From Seoul to Sao Paulo, from Paris to Jakarta, everyone wants to know the same thing. What did Taehyung give him? And what made Jungkook's heart light up like that? Perhaps we'll never know exactly what was inside that gift box, and maybe that's the beauty of it. Some stories are meant to stay mysterious, to be felt rather than fully explained. But one thing is certain, Taehyung gave Jungkook something far more valuable than an object. He gave him a memory. A reminder that even in their busy, glittering world, friendship still matters. So now, ARMYs, what do you think? Was Jungkook's story just a casual moment? Or a quiet confession of how much Taehyung means to him? Could that gift hold a deeper meaning? A symbol of gratitude? Or perhaps a promise between two souls who have walked side by side since the beginning? Whatever your theory is, drop it in the comments below, because this story deserves to be talked about, celebrated, and remembered. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more emotional updates, and share this moment with every ARMY who believes in Taehyung and Jungkook's unbreakable bond. After all, in a world that often forgets the power of sincerity, this small heartfelt exchange between two friends reminds us all. Happiness doesn't come from what's given, but from who gives it. And sometimes a single sentence, "I'm happy I got a gift," is enough to make millions believe in love again. Under the dim, soft light of Jungkook's studio, the silence of that moment felt heavier than the world outside. He had just finished a late-night recording session, his voice still warm from singing, when his phone vibrated. A message flashed across the screen, short, private, from someone who didn't need to say much. "This is for you." That was it. No heart emojis, no dramatic tone. Just a quiet sentence that carried the warmth of a decade-long friendship. Minutes later, a small box arrived, hand-delivered through a staff member who had just returned from Paris. Jungkook's breath caught. He recognized the handwriting on the card immediately. Taehyung's. Elegant, effortless, slightly slanted, just like him. Inside the box, wrapped in cream-colored paper and faint traces of cologne that Jungkook could instantly identify, was something that glimmered faintly under the light. It wasn't grand or flashy, but it was Taehyung. For a few minutes, Jungkook didn't say a word. He sat there, fingers tracing the edges of the gift, his mind replaying moments that only he and Taehyung would remember. Paris, Celine, that effortless grace Taehyung carried. But beyond the glitz and the luxury, Taehyung had always been the same, thoughtful, mysterious, quietly affectionate. And maybe that's what made Jungkook's story so powerful. He didn't show the gift, didn't show Taehyung's name. He didn't even say who it was from. But ARMYs knew. They always know. The way his voice softened, the way he smiled just slightly when he said, "I'm happy I got a gift." It was all the confirmation the world needed. Behind that smile was a story. One of two souls who met as kids and grew into legends together. It was never just about fame or music. It was about the countless nights spent talking about dreams, the laughter between rehearsals, the comfort of knowing someone understands you when words fail. Taehyung and Jungkook, or as fans lovingly call them, Taekook, have always shared a kind of connection that defies description. But what was inside that box? Some fans believe it was a rare Parisian bracelet. Minimalist but meaningful, something that Jungkook could wear quietly, hidden beneath his sleeve during performances. Others claim it might have been a handwritten letter, something only the two of them would ever read. A few eagle-eyed fans noticed Jungkook wearing a new silver ring during his recent livestream, one that seemed too perfectly Taehyung-coded to ignore. And yet, maybe the gift itself doesn't matter.